Mr. Robot, MK Ultra, mind control, a currency reset, a new world order, and China, the Dark Army pulling the strings behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Bear Leak Project. This is just a quick update. I watched the first episode of season 3, Mr. Robot. Wow. Let me tell you, it is absolutely incredible. And it's good to see Christian Slater back out in the mix. This guy is awesome. Mr. Robot, Season 3, Episode 1. You're going to get an idea. If you haven't watched the series thus far, I would recommend going back to Season 1, Episode 1. But Season 3, Episode 1 portrays a hardcore level of mind control, MK Ultra, what you might call multi-personality syndrome. Elliot literally has two different archetypes, two different entities at least, that control him. Sometimes he goes into his father archetype, where it is with Christian Slater. And they're right now they're in level 2, phase 2 of this global reset, where there's been this electronic anonymous type situation that takes over the majority of the electronic systems, the computers, the control grids, the information setups. And first what they do is they create this virus that takes out almost all of the information and electronically that's available for, I don't know, Mr. Bob, Mr. John, Mrs. Janice, etc. Well, first they set out a virus that takes out the electronic information, and then phase 2 is taking out the backup network. Well, Mr. Robot, Elliot, also, he has multi-personality disorder. His father died many years ago, but his father seems to take over his body, his mind, and control him and be him. So my question is, how deep does MK Ultra go? Is MK Ultra more than just a psychological disorder? Is, somebody that has multi-personality disorder, are they literally a multitude of spirits and entities that are controlling one physical archetype, one physical body? The body is just the vessel? Is it just a vessel? Or is your body what makes you you? So, Mr. Robot, watch the series. Global reset, financial reset, corporations that control the system, China behind the scenes, transhumanism, electronic currencies. Now, you're also, if you watch Season 3, Episode 1, there is a nuclear facility that runs out of power while they're doing a tour. There's several people doing a tour. You've got the teacher and the students. He's like, oh yeah, well thank goodness, these nuclear reactors have backup power. Oh yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, we're retards. Well, I wonder if in a future episode they're going to show a nuclear reactor going boom, going into meltdown. Watch Black Hat. China. Now, what if the next nuclear disaster from a nuclear reactor is in China? What do you bet? Well, I'm not a betting person, but if I was to bet, I would bet that it's in China. And you might ask why. Why do you say that, Rex? Watch Black Hat, plus combined with my intuition, I feel that the next major event that the media is going to portray, mark my words, nanu, 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 and I'm just a conspiracy theorist in Grandma's garage, will be in China, outside of Hong Kong. But it's a conspiracy. No more to it. Mr. Robot, watch it. Transhumanism, alphabet agencies, global reset, power grid shutting down, China pulling strings behind the scenes and shadow factions, within the system, the Dark Army. Who will control the future? What will the future entail? And what does MK Ultra and MK Ultra programs that have turned people into avatars with multi-personality disorder, the label doesn't mean it's a disorder, but some people literally have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or more personalities, and they don't know one from two. Have you done the research on the athletes and movie stars that have multi-personality disorder, that can't tell when John is Jim and when Jim is Alex and when Alex is Jason? Jason. Very interesting. So, to take it deeper, does that mean that there are multitudes of spirits or entities that are latched into one body, that are controlling one body at different times? Or is it just a physiological disorder? Is it just a brain malfunction or a brain reset of a multitude of personalities? There are many questions, more questions than answers. Question everything. LeakProject.com.